Hey, Hillsiders. Hope you're having a great day. Wanted to share something with you. Last night around 11 o'clock, we had an incident outside our house where one of our neighbors was on his way home, had a seizure, ended up crashing his Jeep Wrangler into one of our vehicles, my Passat. And we ran outside. Everybody in the house is yelling, "Hey, something happened! Something happened!" You know what happens when everything's going crazy. Everybody's, running around. And we could tell that the driver, one of our neighbors we know very well, uh, had continued to convulse, and we called 911, and the fire truck came, and RIMSA came, and pretty soon the PD came, the Sparks PD, and we're all standing out there. We finally are able to get the car door open without breaking a window. It was like this close to having to break one, and they're kind of get him stabilized and get him off to the hospital to get checked out. And Joni's hanging out with uh, our neighbor's kids, who 8-year-old twins, down at their house, while the wife is trying to work through some things right there with the officers and make sure her husband's going to get transported okay. And pretty soon it's down to just me and the two police officers and the two cars, and we're waiting for the tow truck driver to show up. And I'm just out there, and I figure if we're going to have the police officers out there and my car is one of the ones that's affected, I'm going to stand out there and just, me, shoot the breeze, chill out, you know, hang. So I'm out there, and I've never had any sort of preparation in my life. Or if you ever have a situation when someone has a seizure coming up your street and crashes their vehicle into your vehicle, here's what you need to talk about with the people who are there. I've never had that class. I don't know if you've had it. If you tell me where I could get a class on that, but I felt prompted by the Holy Spirit to stay there and to stay outside. And it's not like these officers need babysitting. These are very confident, competent individuals. But I'm out there, and pretty soon one of the guys says, "Hey, are you okay? Are you mad?" And I said, "No, why would I be mad?" And he said, "Because of your car." And I laughed because cars help me get from one place to another. It's not that I don't love my car. My current vehicle, may she rest in peace, was named Joaquin, because if I didn't have him, her, it, I would be walking everywhere. And so, I know, a bad dad joke, but the thing is, it's just a car. And I told him it's just a car. Looks like our neighbor's going to be okay. Looks like all that the damage is going to be is just going to be vehicles. And he said, that's a really refreshing attitude, because we had an incident like this not long ago, and somebody just lost their biscuits, and it wasn't a car that even looked like this. It was, they just were freaking out. And I'm just standing out there and talking, and pretty soon these two guys, tow truck driver took a wrong turn. It's like, oh Jesus, you're prolonging this conversation. So, excellent. So I'm standing out there having a conversation, and one of the guys says, "Hey, you got kids?" And I told him about my 3 grown children and their wonderful spouses and being a grandpa. And of course, I reciprocated. I said, "Well, what about you?" And he gets a little smile on his face. I've got uh, basically 6.5-month-old daughter, and I'm scared to death. I didn't have any sisters. I never really knew how to interact with little girl. I don't know what to say. And as she starts to grow, I just want to be the best dad I can be. What advice would you give a new dad? And so the other police officer comes over a little closer. We're just standing out there in the street waiting for the tow truck. And I get prompted to tell him some of the things that I'd had people tell me, some of the things that my daughter told me that she greatly appreciated. She said to me, and I told these guys, back in the day, "Daddy, you always made me feel beautiful. You always made me feel like I could do anything I wanted if I put my mind to it. And you always believed in me." And so I passed on those 3 great nuggets of information to these dads. And one of them got a little bit teary, and the other one was like, "Man, I've got 3 kids at home, and they're all girls, from 15 down to 8, and I got to figure out something, because I don't know how to. I knew how to deal with the girls when they were small, but I don't know what to do with them in their teenage years." And I said, "I think the advice just kind of carries on into, until they hit like 85. I think every young lady needs to hear that over and over and over again, because it's a reminder of how God feels about us, and we get to pass it on to others." And I shared that with them, and it wasn't, and then I led them to Jesus. The tow truck came, got to shake both their hands, and really positive interaction. And going back inside, I just got this sense of, yeah, that's what I wanted you to be out here for, to have interaction, to plant a seed about how these dads are going to interact with their daughters. And they're going to take something home, and they're going to be able to tell their wife, they're going to be able to tell the girls, guess what I learned today? I learned a couple things that I want to start doing so that I can make your life better, I can make you more confident, and I can build you up. Because I don't want you to have to try and wonder and figure it out. What is my worth? What is my value from someone else? I want you to be able to hear it from your dad. And so all that to say, I want to encourage you. Lift others up. Speak life. Give confidence. Trust. Hope. Love. Extend yourself. And even in situations where you don't know why you're doing what you're doing or why you're outside at midnight with a couple of police officers and 2 cars that are thrashed, God knows. And even a small, short interaction he can work through and he can use. Anyway, God bless you. Look forward to seeing you soon. Take care.